a special episode of No Occasion to Shout in commemoration of Stephen Hawking.
Welcome to No Occasion to Shout, and welcome to Jeopardy. We will be playing a game in commemoration of Stephen Hawking, who died on Pi Day. And here are the categories: Hawking or rapping, rhymes with bunny,
Oh, man.
interesting, a brief history, ALS, and Homo sapiens. And here are the categories. So do these work? These buttons don't work. Apparently I was supposed to link them to them, but there's no noise, but all of these work. So this is how the game is going to work, Robin.
Okay.
We will play until 11 o'clock. So,
Okay.
About 45 minutes, unless you complete the board in time. And let's, how many possible points can you get? About 5,000 points. So what do you think is a good benchmark for you to win the game? Because you'll be playing against yourself.
I have no idea. I've never played Jeopardy or watched it in my life.
Really? You haven't?
No.
Well, you have to respond with what is or who is.
The answer, I know this from somewhere, that the answer has to be framed as a question, right? Like
Yes.
That's like the point of it, right? So,
Yes.
Okay, but I have no clue. I have no clue what these questions are gonna be. So, I don't even know how you can begin to benchmark this.
Well, you'll learn as you go, because you're
all
going
right,
to have to.
this is cool, Austin. You've done another.
We'll say $3,000. $3,000 is your goal.
Is that right? What happens if I do or don't get $3,000?
You get the satisfaction of winning, and you'll have a great sleep at night, or you lose and then you feel badly.
All right, yeah, I think it might go that way. All right,
but 3,000 is. I think you'll do it. I made this easier than I think you think.
All right, I gotta tell you, you got me. Yeah, okay. Does it? So what? I just have to choose a box.
And just choose a category and an amount.
Okay, and presumably the bigger the amount, the harder the question, right?
Exactly.
So ALS could stand for. I don't even know what that stands for. So what?
Oh, that's the automotive disease that he had.
Motor neuron.
The motor neuron disease, ALS.
Oh.
So those are quotes. Most of these are quotes from him, and those are mostly quotes about his ALS, which are pretty interesting, actually.
Okay. Wow. I don't know
You're
that.
going to learn. Everyone's going to learn so much about Stephen Hawking. He has some really great.
This is great. Okay, I like what you've done here, Austin. I think I'm gonna learn more than I'm gonna teach in this one. That's for sure. Okay, so let's shoot. Let's start with an easy ALS question then.
Okay, ALS for 100.
Yeah.
I can't disguise myself with a wig and dark glasses. Blank gives it away.
Is the blank necessarily just one word, or could it be a couple of words?
This one is either an article or a pronoun and then a word. So or my.
I would think it would be, assuming the punctuation is wrong, I would think it would be the voice.
Is that your final answer? I guess this is turning into Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. But is that your final answer?
Well, I can't discuss.
You think about it, okay? Because
go on.
I'm just going to tell you to think it through. He can't disguise himself.
Yeah.
What gives it away? Because it is alluding to visual.
Well,
I will say that.
It is, but all of the other visual aspects, all of the visual aspects of him are not unique to him. The only one that is unique is the voice. I mean, that computer voice, that Stephen Hawking voice, was Stephen Hawking's voice before it was used anywhere else.
Yes.
But you're nudging me away from the voice, clearly. there's the wheelchair. He's got a very particular wheelchair with its gadgetry.
That is true. His wheelchair is very particular.
It is. So, okay, then let's go with period, the wheelchair.
You are right, Robin. What is the wheelchair?
What is the wheelchair?
Isn't that a great quote?
What is the point in turning the answers into questions, which would need a question mark?
Creative people are strange, man.
And by the way, the answer to the question isn't the statement. Like if the answer is the wheelchair, and then you turn it into a question, what is the wheelchair? The answer to the question, what is the wheelchair, is not the quote. That is not a good answer to that question. So what a bizarre, this is a bizarre premise.
The game is strange.
I would say so.
I won't deny that. Jeopardy is.
Why don't they just
kind of
save a bunch of time and not turn everything into a question that doesn't make sense? Anyway, okay. What do
you should try the strongly worded leather to Alex tonight.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm going to write down, you got 100 for ALS. I'll write down the categories if you don't remember.
Oh, hold on. Are you allowed to give me 100 given that you nudged me? Is that allowed? Do you have to give me 50?
No, I've been watching a lot of game shows lately.
Yeah.
And people nudge him around a little bit. I think that's fair.
I think you're being very generous there, Quizmaster. All right, good.
I'll do
nicely
that.
Nicely done. All right.
And actually, it should be in red. So let's just, yeah. Okay. There we go.
Great.
They'll get better as it goes.
How long did it take you to put this together, Austin?
I used a format that was already for me, but even so, it still took me about. What time did you first say you wanted to do a show? It took me 2 hours today and 3 hours. It took me about 2 hours today and 2 hours another day. So four or 5 hours.
Well, I appreciate the effort. Then let's plow on. Let's make
all right. Let's continue.
Good value out of all your work. All right. 300, a brief history.
A brief history for 300. Blank time is a new dimension. Blank time is a new dimension.
The only thing that I would... Hold on. The T of time is capitalized.
It shouldn't be. No.
Okay, so then it's space-time.
Your space-time, is that your final answer?
I mean, I don't like it because space-time is a 4-dimensional whole. But if
I'll tell you this, Robin, okay? I'll just say this. Stephen Hawking created this quote, not Einstein. And he's using the word new in a very real way.
He's using
the word new.
Okay.
Einstein didn't create this quote. Stephen Hawking did.
Okay.
So I'll give you that. That's a small hint. It's still a challenging question. Because this was actually not in a brief history of time. It was in a briefer history of time.
I mean, it would be really interesting. I would love to explore what he meant by this.
Okay.
And because I don't know what he's referring to or what he means, it's kind of a crapshoot. But if it's supposed to be, I mean, has he ever talked about quantum time as a thing? I don't think so. I wouldn't know what that would be.
All right, your time's up. I tried to give you a hint. You didn't. It's what is imaginary. It's not quantum. It's imaginary time.
Okay.
It's imaginary time.
Okay. Interesting.
And let's go home and then draw.
See, but now we need to do a whole show where we talk about imaginary time, and I need to go back and read my.
Oh, that's more too. It's too mathematical for me. But you could try to explain it to me. We could have a whole 8-hour show on explain imaginary time to me. We would need 8 hours though. because I've tried to look into it a little bit, and maths is not good for me.
Enough said.
All right.
All right. Well, let's But
Next category.
I'm not doing too well here. So.
No, you're at minus 200 points.
Oh, is that how it works?
It does work. You do lose money when you miss a question.
Wow. All right. Rhymes with
guess-
bunny. 300. Rhymes with bunny.
Rhymes with bunny for 300. How we should approach the unknown. How we should approach the unknown.
And it rhymes with bunny.
It does.
Are you sure it rhymes with bunny? Like it's an actual rhyme?
This one's a slant rhyme. 300, 400, and 500 are a little bit harder.
Oh,
100,
if it's a slight rhyme, it could be anything.
But I'll give you this. It's an adverb.
Well, it's ending in Y, right? So
Yes.
It's almost got to be an adverb. And how we should approach has to be an adverb because approach is a verb. So
yes.
So that doesn't actually help.
So it's not much of a hint. But
how we should approach the unknown. I mean, so many ways we should approach the unknown.
But this is a quote from Stephen Hawking.
Stephen Hawking. See, I would say humbly, but I don't know that Hawking would say that.
What is humbly?
Oh, wow, brilliant.
300. So you're back at 100 points now.
Oh, that's good. If I net out at 0, given that this is you can lose points as well. I think 0 is going to be my pass mark. This 3,000.
We're going to have red marks all over the screen on the questions coming up.
Yeah. That's true. We are. All right. So
I'll just do let's try maybe a check mark. Yeah, I'll just put a little check mark.
Yeah. All right. Sure. Okay. All good.
That's better.
Okay. Do you want to make it red so it's easier to see?
The format did say red, and it still ended up turning green no matter what.
All right. It's all right. We know it's there. It's all good. You're good.
What did you had ALS for 100?
Yeah. You might want to a brief history for 300. You might want to mark it differently when I get it wrong.
Oh, that's true. I could do that.
Why don't you do a red cross for when I get it wrong?
All right. It says the format is in red, and then here let's erase all of this. All right. I never used this tool before. This is pretty cool. So we'll have a red X for when you got it wrong, which was
brief history 300.
Here, let's put it like right here so we can see it. And then a check mark for when you got it right, which was here. And rhymes with bunny. All right.
Okay, so hawking or rapping for 100. Let's
Ooh.
Being hopeful there. You give me
all right. Hawking or rapping for 100. Science predicts that many kinds of universe will be spontaneously created out of nothing.
Hawking.
Was this Stephen Hawking or
Hawking?
What is Hawking? That is correct. That is 100.
That's kind of fun. I like this idea of so some of the things you're gonna in this column here, they're quotes from rap songs. Is that right?
Or rappers.
Or
yes.
rappers. Okay, that actually makes it a little harder. All right. Let's go to another one. Interesting for 100.
You do the exact opposite of what people on the show do. When they find a category that they're good at, they keep going.
Yeah, but that's because I'm bad at everything. So I'm doing exactly what they do.
Interesting for 100. I have noticed even people who claim everything is predestined and that we cannot do nothing to change it, blank before they cross the road.
Look before they cross the road? What is look?
That is correct. What is the look? See, the hundreds are pretty easy. I don't even have to write anything down on a piece of paper because I'm doing the check marks.
This is so good. All right, well, let's go to, I haven't done Homo sapiens, so Homo sapiens. Let's do 200, just to be different.
All right.
All right.
I am no better at understanding blank than anyone else.
Oh, God, that could be anything.
The category is the hint.
Man. What is man?
Is what are humans? But I think I'm going to give that to you because
It's the same meaning.
it's, same meaning. It's just a little bit more sexist.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and that's an interesting one, actually, because Hawking wouldn't say man. He would say humans.
Yeah, he would.
That's kind of more his... Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. All right, very good.
And he, in that quote, he also says particularly women. So that kind of takes away the.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Kind of
actually, that's kind of great.
Because in that quote, he says, "I'm no better at understanding people or humans than anyone else, particularly women."
That actually makes the quote really good. Yeah, and the fact that it's a Stephen Hawking quote makes it even better. I love it. Okay, so let's so all right then. Since you were nudging me to do this slightly in a different way, let's go interesting for 400.
All right.
Because I'm sure you can defeat me.
Not only does God play dice, but he sometimes throws them
where they cannot be seen. What is where they cannot be seen?
What is they can't be seen? That is correct. Where they can't be seen. That's one of my favorite quotes.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
See, now I'd love to do a show, which I could do because I do know about this, of what he was referring to there.
Yeah.
But that's a whole history of science thing. So that's another.
Yeah, that is what he meant is probably a lot different than what people think he meant, but
maybe true. All right, so rhymes with bunny for 100.
Okay, did you do which one did you do last time? You did 300, didn't you?
Yeah, was it in?
Okay.
Was it?
Rhymes with bunny for 100. Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Life would be tragic if
it was 400. It was 400, I think.
I wrote down 300. I have evidence. We'll find out eventually.
Oh, okay.
Life would be tragic if it weren't what?
Funny. What is funny?
What is funny?
Yeah, no, you check marks 400, actually, on interesting. So I think it was.
Oh, 400, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's do 200 with the ALS.
All right.
You done good work on this, Austin. I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
Okay.
The doctor who diagnosed me with ALS told me it would kill me in blank or blank years. You can get a point for either of the blanks.
Well, I think it's either 1 or 2 or 2 or 3.
Okay. So maybe I should make it. You have to get both.
Oh, hold on. Why did you? Why? You just made it harder.
No, you can do it. One of those answers is correct.
Yeah. 1 or 2 years, 2 or 3 years.
One of those answers is correct.
Let's say 1 or 2.
It's 2 or 3. What is 2 or 3? But you're doing so well.
I'm not doing that well.
You only got 2. You only got 2 wrong so far.
All right, let me redeem myself on the ALS then. 300. I don't know why I'm doing this. This is probably the one I know least about, I think.
Hawking stated, "The appearances were great fun, but I don't take them too seriously. I think they treated my disability responsibly." Of what TV show was he referring?
Oh, man. He was on one of these, wasn't he on like one of these American animations? Like Was he on like The Simpsons, one of those kind of things? Which I also
What
have
is
never
The
seen.
Simpsons?
That, considering I've never, brilliant. I'm very pleased with myself. I consider myself redeemed. Brilliant. All right, let's go to a brief history for 200.
A brief history for 200.
Mm-hmm.
There's no aspect of blank beyond the reach of the human mind.
Oh. Is it 2 words including a definite article?
No.
Is it just 1 word?
Yes. Just to give you a sense of how long Jeopardy is, that's typically how long people get.
Oh, I see. There's lights at the bottom.
Yeah.
I just noticed that. I didn't know they were going on. That's cool. Oh, wow. There's no aspect of... It's only 1 word.
I'll give you 3 seconds, Robin. Reality.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What's the X mark? What was that? A brief history for what?
200.
200.
This should be the column that I can do best on. I'm doing worst on it. So
Yeah.
let's go up to 400. I might be digging myself a hole here, but
Even if it turns out blank is impossible, it is important that we understand why it is impossible.
Time travel?
That is correct. What is time travel?
All right. 400. That was a 400 brief history.
Yep.
All right, let's do the 100. Let's see if I can get the easy one in this column.
Blank cannot exist forever.
2 words with a definite article, is it?
No, it is not. It is 1 word. This cannot exist forever.
1 word.
Yes. This is probably one of the staples of the book. Think about it abstractly.
Is it a singular noun? Is it a singular noun, not a plural noun? If it's one of the staples of the book, I'm going to say it's time.
That is wrong, but you can answer my own question of whether it is singular noun or not. The answer is nothing. Is nothing singular? Because I don't even know.
That's cool. Nothing cannot exist forever. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
That's one of the staples of the book, correct?
Yeah. I mean, it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's just worded a little differently.
Not only that, I actually gave a talk when I was 16 for an English exam. Basically about that, based on that part of A Brief History of Time, that the uncertainty principle and quantum mechanics predicts the coming into existence of a universe from nothing. And I even had a little prop to display it. So I definitely should have got that one. All right, 500. I've got to redeem myself. I'm not.
A Brief History.
This is really not good. I'm really appalled here. But if
Hawking believes this is very common in the universe.
It could be anything. It could be anything.
Yeah, it could. But it's a $500 question.
It's a what?
It's a $500 question. You don't just hand out $500.
This is very common in the universe. That means it's singular again, right? Because I've got an answer in my head that could be plural. But
it could be singular or plural, depending on whether you use 1 word or 2 words.
Oh, I'm confused now. Whether you use 1 word or 2 words.
Yeah, you could use
Oh, okay. How about we say life? What is life?
What is life? That is. What is alien life? That's correct.
Because I was thinking aliens, and then okay, so that's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm mostly redeemed. All right. Let's go. Now it's time for another category. What haven't I done? Let's hawking or rapping for 200.
All right. Careers very rarely are a waste of time. Jobs usually are.
I've just never heard Hawking talk about that kind of thing, although I reckon he would have agreed with the sentiment. So I'm going to say rapper.
That's correct. What is rapping? Quote from Donald Glover. You're doing good, Robin.
I'm not close to $3,000. All right. Rhymes with bunny 500. Let's bring it on.
Work is this to happiness.
I don't know. This is rhymes with bunny.
It's
What?
2 words, and it's the it's 2 words, and it's the slantiest rhyme of them all.
It's the what?
Slantiest?
You mean it's not really a rhyme?
Yes. 400 and 500 were the only ones I did that with.
Okay.
1, 2, and 300 are very, very rhymes. Work is this to happiness.
Bunny. What is the...
You want to start the timer? The answer was the key. Work is the key.
That's not even a slight rhyme. I refuse to take the 500
Bunny,
deduction on that.
The bunny,
No way.
the key. I feel like that was
E key. You could. I suppose you can get away. Bunny E key. I suppose you can get away with it. I think you're pushing it on that. I gotta say.
I have to admit, I looked through a lot of Stephen Hawking quotes, and I had a hard time finding one for 500 because, to be honest, 1, 2, and 300, I found 3 quotes that rhymed with bunny really easily, and 4 and 500 were a challenge. I thought I did a much better job than I thought that was a lot easier than it's a lot easier than it could have been.
Oh, that's funny, man. That's funny. All right. Okay. What next? 400 hawking or rapping.
I don't want to write an autobiography because I would become public property with no privacy left.
What is rapping?
And that is incorrect. That is hawking.
Really?
Who is hawking?
Really interesting.
It was a $400 question.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, so for 400, you have to be wary of whether I'm tricking you on purpose or...
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I'm starting to... It's vicious now. I'm starting to get... I was thinking I was having fun, but I'm in the...
Usually what people do is they'll clear out a category because their mind will be thinking in that category. So they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But I think this way it makes
That's
it more
most
interesting.
effective.
This way
it does. It makes it a lot harder on you.
Yeah. All right. So 400 Homo sapiens then.
400 for Homo sapiens. If aliens visit, Hawking believes the outcome will be similar to this man's visit, or to the visit of this man.
Who is Jesus?
Way off. It's who is Columbus? He thinks that they would slaughter us.
He was a little less optimistic then.
A little less optimistic. Well, you were doing well.
I was. Actually, I'm not now. See, you jinxed it by saying that. Hold on. That was a 400, I think, right?
Was that 400?
I think
All
so.
right. Oh, you're right. It was. Let's
Yeah.
undo that.
All right. So, all right. Let's do 100 then. Let's see if I can get at least an easy one.
All right. 100 for Homo sapiens.
Mm.
The last of the category. Hawking fears 2 things will destroy humanity. Name 1.
Two things, bro. destroy humanity. Oh, hold on. You mean two things could destroy humanity? Because it can only be destroyed once. So if one thing destroys humanity, then the other one can't, right?
The quote is humanity will be destroyed by blank and blank of humans or
Well, I know he thinks that
such.
I know he thinks that artificial intelligence could. And I think he's not very optimistic about war either.
Okay. These are I'll give you this. They're not nouns, they're adjectives. He's referring to specific traits.
Traits are nouns. A trait is a noun.
A trait is a noun.
So hold on. Hawking fears two human traits will destroy humans, is what
yes,
this means, right?
Yes, that's what you're right. I should have rephrased it.
Okay.
Hawking fears, because this is a $100 question, and this seems a lot pretty tough for now that I'm looking back at it.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, I don't know the word he used, but something along the lines of kind of tribalism, that kind of groupiness thing he would say that about.
If we were playing Jonathan Hates game, you would win, but no, it is what is greed or stupidity?
Oh, okay.
But you only lost 100 on that one, though.
Yeah, right. So let's try the 300. I'm going to yours and clear out a category, see if I can up my results, because what I've been doing clearly isn't working.
This has been vital to Hawking's survival.
A few things. God.
There's two answers that I'll give to you. Because in the quote, he says, blank and blank have been vital to my survival.
I mean, his work has, and he might say love. He's, but
one of those answers is correct and one isn't. So which are you going with?
Work.
That's correct. He said work and a sense of humor. What is a sense of humor is the one I went with. But he also says work. So I'll give you that one.
All right, cool. All right, that was the 300, right?
That was 300.
All right, so let's go 500. That one should have been under ALS, really.
Yeah. Hawking was born exactly 300 years after the death of this famous figure.
He was
and
assigned.
You know what?
Go on.
You know what? I'm adding a new rule. If we ever play Jeopardy in the future, you can ask for one hint a game. You don't have to do it on this question, but I will give you one hint a game, and it will be a significant hint.
Well, gee, thanks. I look forward to the next game.
Starting now.
Now, this figure, he was himself a scientist, right? Or in that field, right?
That's correct.
If I'm off, I'm not going to be far off. Galileo?
That is correct.
Yo! Okay. All right. So,
and there is Final Jeopardy, which I will explain.
Okay. So let's do 400 ALS.
All right. Blank is one of the few fields in which being disabled is no handicap.
Well, without overthinking it, what is physics?
That's correct. What is theoretical physics? How much was that?
400.
I think the reason for that is because I thought you might say science.
Okay.
So that could have been potentially tricky.
Okay. 500 then. Let's clear this one out.
I don't have much positive to say about motor neuron disease, but it taught me not to what? It's 2 words.
Is the first word B?
It is not.
Okay, but it taught me not to.
I wish Jeopardy was like this. Alex, is the first word B?
I
think I got it, Mr. Trebek. I think I got it.
It taught me not to. Oh man, I don't know much positive to say about known immune disease, but it taught me.
I'm gonna start the timer.
I don't know.
What is pity
Oh.
myself?
Oh wow.
It taught me not to pity myself, which is in and of itself, we could do an episode on that quote. It's a pretty significant quote.
All right, interesting for 200.
People who boast about their blanks are losers.
Is this a Hawking quote?
This is a Hawking quote. People who boast about their blanks are losers.
Oh my god, that could be anything.
I think I thought it was a pretty famous quote from him.
I think it could be anything, but I'm gonna just completely guess it's in the area of qualifications, something like that.
It is IQ. People who
Ooh.
boast about their IQ are losers.
Yeah. I mean, I was in the ballpark.
You were in the ballpark. That is true.
All right, let's try 300.
I was never top of the class at school but my classmates must have seen potential because my nickname was.
I mean, nerd would be too obvious, right?
I think once you
like geek, nerd, something like that.
If you knew the answer, you would know it. It would be like, oh, because then you would say that's interesting.
I mean, it might have been Einstein.
What is Einstein?
Or Einstein.
Oh, I spelled Einstein wrong, didn't I? Einstein. That would be interesting if they called him Einstein. I'll give that to you. I
got it. I didn't get it like the first go, but I got it.
You did get it.
Yeah, I got it. All right, so 500 then. Interesting. 500.
If I had to choose a superhero to be, I would pick.
Oh my god. I have no clue. Is there one who can do time travel? I have no idea. Like, this is so out of my. I have no idea. If I had to choose a superhero, I mean, I don't know. It's Superman just because it's what I know. I mean, it's one I know.
Who is Superman?
Oh, that's a complete guess. I don't deserve that one. That was like, but I'll take it because I need the points. All right, rhymes with bunny. Knowing that 200 and 300 actually do rhyme with bunny, from what you've said, I might be able to pick up a few points.
Discovery itself is more rewarding than what?
Let's say money. What is money?
What is money is correct.
All right, then. So 300.
Did you do 300? Because I think there's a check mark.
Oh, okay. Did I? Oh, so then 400 then.
Oh, how should we approach the
humbly?
unknown?
That was humbly, yeah. We did that one.
Okay, so rhymes with bunny for 400. To Hawking, we are an advanced breed of these.
And this is one of your slight rhymes, right? Monkey.
That is correct. What are monkeys?
All right. I'm starting to look a bit healthier again. Okay, so Hawking or rapping for 300.
Science can lift people out of poverty and cure disease. That, in turn, will reduce civil unrest.
That is something that Hawking was interested in. something he would say, and I think it's something he would believe.
He did. He was interested in science. That is true, Robin.
Yeah. No, but he was also interested in, the political.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, on a large scale, right? Science can lift people out of poverty and cure disease. That in turn will reduce civil unrest. I've never heard him talk about civil unrest directly, but I could completely believe he would say it. So let's say Hawking. Who's Hawking?
That's correct. Who's Hawking?
All right. So there's one more to go. 500 Hawking or rapping. Hit me with it.
All right.
This is cool, man. This is good.
I'm constantly thinking. You're literally a 50-50 at this point.
I mean, it so obviously should be Hawking that it's almost too obvious, and I'm sure lots of people have said it. So I'm just because I think it might be a bluff, I'm going to say what's rapping or who's rapping.
That's correct. What is rapping? Kendrick Lamar said that, along with probably everyone ever.
Yeah, right. I should. Yeah, that's right. You could have given me the points on both.
All right. Let's add up these points and see how you have. So, in the 100 category, you got 4 and missed 2. So that's 200 points. In the 200 category, 400. In the 400 category, 200 category, you got 0 exactly. 3, 6, 9, 12, 1500 minus 300 is 1200 plus 200 is 1400 in the $400 category. 1600 minus 800, so that's another 800 points. So that puts you at 2200. And then the $500 category, you have 2000 minus 1000, which is 1000, which puts you at
3200, right?
3200 points. So, and now you have Final Jeopardy.
All right, what's that?
Oh, that's not.
So hold on. Should I just email you where to send the check to then, Austin? Is that what?
Yes, you 3200. I will. I'll send you that right away, Robin. I'll get right on that.
You can take the cost of the stamp off. That's fine.
Final Jeopardy. This is at the end of the show, and it makes a cool noise, but I can't replicate the noise, unfortunately. Okay. And then there's music. I can't believe you've never watched Jeopardy.
No. I mean, I'm sure it comes from the fact that I wasn't here when I was, at the age when I might be watching stuff like that,
Yeah, and just for the record, I want to make this clear. This isn't Jeopardy. This is Jeopardy.
Jeopardy, that's it.
This is Jeopardy.
Which I think is so cool.
I didn't mean to say Jeopardy for all
copyright reasons. Yes. Our attorneys tell us that
Jeopardy, the final Jeopardy, you can wager all of your money that you have, and you double your money or you lose it. And you can wager $1 or 3,200.
On what? On one question?
On one question, and I don't think you get to see. I think you usually get to see the subject of the question.
Okay.
And the subject is Stephen Hawking.
Well, since I'm $3,200 richer than I was an hour ago, I could do with that. But I want to see what the question is. I'll just say $200, just so that you have to ask me the question.
Okay, and then you win either way.
Right?
All right. According to Hawking, what is intelligence? And usually at this time it would go do do do.
Well, I know.
And then you would write it down.
I believe what is
it's like a sentence.
Intelligence, not consciousness. Intelligence.
Yes. What is intelligence?
Oh, well, then I'm glad I only wagered 200 because I don't know what his quote is on that. What is intelligence?
And
he might say something about it being an emergent.
Oh yeah, it's longer for. See how long you have.
It might, he might say something like it's an emergent property of, a blah 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 blah. Like if he was talking about it at that level.
You need to watch Jeopardy, man. You need to watch Jeopardy. You are not good at this. You need
That
to
is
go
true.
watch at least one episode.
Well, hold on. How would watching Jeopardy help me know what Hawking says intelligence is?
The format of the show, I think, would help you answer game show like questions.
Okay, probably. Yeah, that's legit.
The ability to adapt to change.
Oh, right.
The answer.
Okay.
So, but you still leave with $3,000, which I again will mail to you immediately. And if I hope you enjoyed the show. Stephen Hawking's death was, to me personally, not one that was very sad, because I'd been living with Stephen Hawking on the verge of death for a very long time, since I knew about him. And I think he lived a very satisfied and successful and fulfilling life. And I'm kind of happy for him. I thought it wasn't a sudden death. It wasn't, it is said he got ALS, but I think he lived a very fulfilling and life, and he touched my life, and I know he touched a lot of other people's lives.
So to that point, and thanks for doing this show, Austin, I actually recorded a monologue called Stephen Hawking and I on YouTube. And I tell the story of my encounter with his work, A Brief History of Time, that completely changed my life. So for that reason, it was his life and therefore death was important to me. But added to that, we went to the same university. He was he was the Lucasian professor of physics, of natural sciences, when I was at Cambridge studying physics, natural sciences. And I have been in his lectures, and I have, on a couple of occasions, saw him going down King's Parade, the road that goes, through the middle of Cambridge. And I would always have to pinch myself to think, oh my God, here's Stephen Hawking, and I'm here, and I'm studying physics, and this is Cambridge, and oh my God. So I feel a certain closeness to Stephen Hawking, and if you're interested, check out my
check out the video on Robin's feed. Robin Kerner, just go down to YouTube, and it will be one of your recent videos.
Yeah, I think at the moment, is it my most recent one? I think it might be my most recent one.
It might be the most recent, and I am actually going to need some money after this $2,000 that Robin got from me. So patreon.com/nooccasion to help me out. And next week we will do another You Decide video. I took the week off the You Decide for Stephen Hawking. And so just go ahead and go and vote for the next episode, which I will have up the voting up by tomorrow. And like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, and we need 1,000 people to sign up for the $3 so that we can get that check to me in a month, right? So everyone, if you're watching this, get on this, because otherwise Austin's going to be coming to you guys for loans. This has been fun, Austin. Thanks a lot.
Thumbs up for Stephen Hawking, and thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing.